Hey ladies, this is Mocha Mommy here bringing you another video, hoping that it won't be riddled with technical difficulties that I'm having. But I wanted to bring you a video about passive aggression and passive rejection. Now, typically, the reason why so many level up channels have been subject to trolling, to a lot of negative feedback, to basically a lot of pushback is because leveling up is a form of passive rejection. Now, when I say passive aggression, passive rejection, a good example of that would be Omarosa Minot. I'm going to leave a clip of how she handled conflict in the first season of The Apprentice. Just to show you how she handled the other women in the house, how she still maintained to stay feminine, be successful, and all while not raising her voice, not popping her neck, not seeming argumentative the same way that as the quote unquote stereotypical Black woman. So I'm going to link that for you in the description box so you can kind of observe the way she handles things. And I'm going to give you some other resources as well that can help you handle conflict in the best way possible. A lot of ways to avoid conflict is to avoid it. So ladies, when I'm telling you to put yourself out there, no matter how much you weigh, how you may look, how feminine you are, how much money you have, how much of your quote unquote work you have to do, it really is a form of passive rejection. Okay, this is why the level up movement gets so much pushback, because you're passively rejecting men or people who automatically can't enter the spaces where you're going. When I made my video about education, colleges have an admissions process and an application process, not because they want to just bring students in. They want to keep certain people out who will give their institution a bad name, who won't be successful, who won't make the commitment of paying or attending classes. This is why you have so much feedback, negative feedback, about women who are educated, because automatically it eliminates certain people from your social circle during your prime years between 18 and 22, where they may want some sort of sexual access to you. When I am giving you advice about jobs and online dating, it automatically puts some men at a bottom of an algorithm that doesn't serve them. You have to remember that on Tinder, only 20% of the men are getting a positive experience, while 80% are barely getting 5 matches. So how we can maximize that algorithm to our best interest is a whole other video. But for the most part, this is why they want to keep you out of these digital spaces. Passive rejection. When I'm telling you on your fitness journey to be serious about what it is you eat and to join group fitness classes that offer support, well, that's also a form of passive rejection. By making sure you feel accepted, encouraged, and empowered is a way that they won't have ways to ridicule and degrade you for being overweight or out of shape. Also, sometimes, now, again, this varies region to region, culture to culture, but here where I live in Central Texas, sometimes the $10 a month gyms is synonymous with hobosexuals, right? These are guys who possibly live in their cars. They use these $10 a month gyms to shower and shave. And then they sort of work out 9-10 hours a day in order to attract women. But what they're looking for really is just a place to stay. They sort of hit on women who are overweight, a little insecure, in order to have access to that woman's resources, because God forbid they get a job and they take accountability for themselves. So when I say group fitness, that automatically eliminates certain men from your dating pool. Also, when you are taking great care of yourself, to eat well, one of the most divested places you could ever be is a farmer's market. How many people are around the Kuramini mushrooms and acorn squash that are not about health and wellness, right? So as we move through this channel, you're going to see that some of the things that I recommend for you putting yourself out there are strategies where you're not necessarily actively rejecting people, but you're passively rejecting them by putting yourself in a different crowd, in a different circle with people who have different. Two of the resources that I would recommend to you are Lipstick and Books. Her YouTube channel has lots of videos about feminine etiquette and the books that you should read to make sure that you can best edify yourself in feminine strategy, in etiquette, in ladylike behavior, and conflict resolution. Also, the book of Proverbs. It has a lot of wisdom and truism so that no matter what your faith background, you can really benefit from a lot of these elements in the 31 books of Proverbs to help you to better navigate people, places, and spaces. This is Mocha Mommy, and I'll see you in the next video.